Imagine this. You're walking home one evening when someone approaches you with an offer. One wish. Anything. No limits. You hesitate only for a moment before saying yes, and you wish for wealth. The next morning, you're a millionaire. Your wish has come true. But you inherited that fortune after your entire family died in a tragic accident. Technically, you got exactly what you wanted. And that's what makes wish stories so terrifying. The universe did not ignore you. It listened. Welcome back to Unsettling Stories. I'm Ashley, and tonight we're exploring one of humanity's oldest and darkest ideas. Because for thousands of years, cultures across the world have repeated the same warning. Be careful what you wish for, because sometimes the worst thing that can happen is getting exactly what you wanted. Long before horror films, before novels, before fairy tales even, people believed words had power. A wish wasn't simply hope. It was an invitation, whether whispered to a god, maybe a spirit, a demon, or even fate itself. Making a wish meant asking something unseen to interfere with your life. And our ancestors believed that nothing came without a price. That lesson appears over and over and over again, no matter where you look. One of the oldest examples comes from Greek mythology. King Midas believed gold could fix every problem. When granted a wish, he asked that everything he touched become gold. At first, it was magnificent. Trees and stones and jewels. Everything transformed into unimaginable wealth. Until he reached for food. It turned to gold. Water? Gold. Then, according to the most famous version of the myth, his daughter embraced him and instantly became a lifeless golden statue. His dream had become a prison. Midas didn't receive a curse. He received exactly what he asked for, and that distinction matters because it becomes the very foundation of nearly every cursed wish story that follows. Over a century ago, author W. Jacobs wrote that what many consider the definitive cautionary tale. A mysterious monkey's paw grants 3 wishes. Simple enough, until every wish arrives through tragedy. Money comes after the death of a son. Grief leads to another wish, bringing something back that should have remained dead. The horror isn't just in what happens. It's in the realization that fate always finds a way to balance the scales. The monkey's paw never cheats. It simply asks, what are you willing to pay? That question has haunted horror ever since. Then we arrive at one of horror's most unforgettable wish granters, the jinn. Unlike the friendly blue genie many of us grew up with, the jinn of Middle Eastern folklore are complex beings, powerful and ancient, neither wholly good nor wholly evil. Some legends describe them as delighting in exploiting human weakness by listening carefully. Every thoughtless word, every selfish desire, and every loophole. They grant the wish exactly as spoken. And that's the brilliance of Wishmaster. The jinn rarely forces anyone to make a wish. People do it willingly, whether out of anger, greed, jealousy, or desperation. The monster doesn't create those emotions. He simply gives them room to grow. That same warning finds new life in Curry Barker's Obsession. Instead of asking for money or power, the wish is far more relatable. The film asks a frightening question. What happens when wanting someone slowly becomes needing them? And what happens when the universe actually answers? Without spoiling every twist, Obsession explores how the desire to control another person's feelings can become something monstrous. The supernatural element is terrifying, but what's even more unnerving is how human it all feels. We've all wanted something desperately. We've all wondered, what if things had gone differently? The film takes that thought and refuses to let it stay harmless. And here's something fascinating. Whether it's ancient Greece, Victorian England, Middle Eastern folklore, or modern horror cinema, they're all telling the same story. Not about magic, but about us. Psychologists have long recognized that people tend to imagine happiness as something just one step away. If I just had more money, if I could just fix this one mistake, if I could make one person love me, if I had one more chance. But desire has a dangerous habit. The moment one wish comes true, another appears. The finish line keeps moving. That's why these stories aren't really about wishes. They're about the part of human nature that believes happiness can be forced. Think about how many stories follow this pattern. Deals with the devil, haunted objects, cursed artifacts, magic lamps, even wishing wells. Different cultures, different centuries, same warning. Every gift asks for something in return. Sometimes the payment is obvious. Sometimes you don't realize what you've sacrificed until it's already gone. Maybe that's why the monkey's paw still feels relevant after more than 100 years. Why Wishmaster became a cult classic. Why Obsession resonates with audiences today. They're not really telling different stories. They're retelling the oldest ones we have. The danger was never the monkey's paw, or the jinn, or the supernatural force behind the wish. The danger has always been us. Because the truth is, most monsters don't tempt us with things we don't want. They tempt us with exactly what we've always dreamed of. If someone appeared before you tonight and offered you one wish, no tricks, no rules, no questions, would you take it? Or would you finally understand why every generation has tried to warn us to be careful what we wish for? If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves horror, folklore, and the stories that linger long after the lights go out. Until next time.